The 17 Most Important Supplements for Individuals Over 50, Part 2. It's important to recognize that our nutritional needs change as we age. For instance, current medical advice suggests that vitamin E supplementation isn't necessary until the age of 70. After 70, vitamin E can actually contribute to longevity. However, before 70, it might have adverse effects. This masterclass is designed to give you the knowledge you need to enhance your quality of life. It's worth noting that vitamin E isn't included in our list of the 17 most essential nutrients. Have you watched Part 1 of this series? If you tend to skip ahead, we recommend viewing Part 1 first. The list is prioritized to help you focus on the most critical nutrients, especially if you're on a budget. Items you can't afford now can be acquired later or requested as gifts. In Part 1, we discussed the differences between two forms of CoQ10. Ubiquinol and ubiquinone convert back and forth within the body. An interesting fact about ubiquinol that wasn't mentioned in Part 1 is its significance. Supplementing with additional ubiquinol has been shown to reduce overall mortality by approximately 32%. This means that out of 100 individuals who might otherwise die without CoQ10 supplementation, only about 68 would die if everyone took it. In this session, you'll learn about additional life-enhancing nutrients that can significantly improve your health and help you maintain independence into your 80s and 90s, provided you stay active and follow a healthy diet. A brief legal reminder: I'm an engineer and a researcher. However, I'm not a medical doctor. The information provided is intended for educational and motivational purposes. It's essential to consult with a functional medicine doctor. Now that you understand the importance of consulting with your doctor and doing your own research, let's move on to the next essential nutrient on our list of 17. Let's talk about taurine. It's a sulfur-based amino acid that's super important for heart health, muscle repair, and keeping our cells in tip-top shape. You might have noticed that many nutrients ending in "ine" are amino acids. For instance, there are 9 essential amino acids. These are the ones your body can't make on its own. So you need to get them from protein-rich foods or your favorite protein shake. Here are those 9 amino acids. Leucine. It helps with muscle protein synthesis and energy production. We talked about this in Part 1, and there's a whole video on this amazing nutrient on our channel. Isoleucine. This one aids in muscle repair and glucose metabolism. Valine. It helps with muscle tissue repair and maintaining nitrogen balance. Lysine. This one's crucial for calcium absorption, immune function, and collagen formation. High doses like 6 grams a day can really help shorten a shingles episode. That's the only time I take it, but it works wonders. Methionine provides sulfur for metabolic processes and helps with detoxification. Phenylalanine. It's a precursor for neurotransmitters and supports cognitive function. Threonine. Vital for immune system health and collagen production. Tryptophan. This one's a precursor for serotonin, promoting mood stability and sleep regulation. It's the only essential amino acid that doesn't end in "ine." It's also the reason we get sleepy after Thanksgiving turkey. Histidine, crucial for producing histamine and maintaining tissue health. Notice something? Taurine isn't on that list. That's because your body can make taurine, so you don't need to supplement it. So why is it on my list of 17 essential nutrients for folks over 50? If you skip this one, don't lose too much sleep over it. But here's why I take this affordable nutrient every day. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at making taurine. Athletes often take it to support muscle recovery after intense exercise. For those of us 55 and older, taurine becomes a daily essential. Why? Because our bodies start breaking down and repair takes longer. I don't know about you, but I'm not ready to break down. My wife and I have too many shark dives ahead of us. I want all the help I can get in repairing my body. A 2020 study in Australia on cardiovascular benefits looked at patients with a history of heart failure. They were given 500 milligrams of taurine 3 times daily for 2 weeks. The results? Increased exercise capacity and reduced cholesterol, triglycerides, and inflammatory biomarkers. In other words, their cardiovascular test markers showed a decreased risk of heart disease. Taurine plasma levels decline in Parkinson's disease patients. Lower levels correlate with reduced motor functionality. Taurine serves as a neuroprotectant and antioxidant, supporting brain health and protecting against oxidative stress. If you've ever watched a loved one deteriorate from Parkinson's or system atrophy, you'll want to take taurine with me. Taurine can help your brain. It aids in building and modulating neurotransmitters like dopamine, norepinephrine, and serotonin. Deficiencies in taurine are more common in individuals with ADHD and other mental health conditions. A human cohort study with 12,000 participants found taurine deficiency associated with increased incidence of diabetes, hypertension, and obesity. An August 2023 study shows that giving taurine supplementation to mice decreased senescence, which is age-related cellular death. It also reduces markers for inflammation. Research shows that taurine can reduce the risk of cardiac events by improving blood flow, stabilizing heart rhythms, and lowering oxidative stress. In other words, it keeps you from rusting internally and is good for your heart. In a 12-week study of people with high normal blood pressure, participants took 1,600 milligrams of taurine daily. They lowered their systolic pressure by 7.2 points and their diastolic pressure by 4.7 points. A study in mice, monkeys, and humans shows that taurine levels decline with age. Supplementing taurine increased the lifespan of mice by 10 to 12%. Lab mice typically live 2 to 3 years under optimal conditions, but supplementing taurine caused 28-month-old mice to have an increased life expectancy of 18 to 25%. Researchers think this was due to their better weight management and reduced triglycerides. Have you figured out why I take taurine? I take it because taurine levels naturally decline. I take it because supplementation has been shown to potentially increase lifespan, help prevent or delay Parkinson's disease, strengthen mental acuity, lower blood pressure, and thereby decrease the risk of strokes. That list sounds pretty good for a dirt-cheap nutrient. I had a great-grandfather, grandfather, and dad who all had strokes. The oldest two died from it. My dad was paralyzed for the last 17 years of his life and eventually succumbed to cancer. Frankly, I don't like the forefathers' plan for my future. Taking taurine can significantly reduce my risk of cardiac-related death and disease. What's there to think about? It's cheap, and a heaping quarter teaspoon of taurine powder in my morning coffee is all it takes. It might be the cheapest protection you can buy for your heart. How can you get it from food? Meat, fish, and dairy contain taurine, but vegetarians and vegans will need to supplement. Taurine is available in capsules and powdered forms that mix easily into coffee or protein shakes. I add collagen and taurine to my coffee every morning. Vitamin B12 is essential for red blood cell production and nerve health. We need to take a quick detour to explain why seniors do not get enough B12 and how their doctors might worsen the problem. Seniors often struggle to absorb enough B12 from food because of reduced stomach acid production. You can increase your stomach acid with an inexpensive supplement called betaine hydrochloride. It makes your stomach acid stronger. Strangely enough, it reduces incidence of acid reflux. Acid reflux happens when our stomach acid is not acidic enough. There is a valve above our stomach called the pyloric valve. When there is strong stomach acid, the valve closes, preventing acid from leaving the stomach and burning the esophagus. But when acid is low, the valve opens, which makes the problem worse. Unfortunately, many doctors treat the symptom rather than the cause, so they give a proton pump inhibitor to reduce acid. These drugs can include Prilosec, Nexium, Prevacid, Protonix, and Acifex. Some of these dramatically increase the likelihood of dementia and never solve the problem of the pyloric valve needing stronger stomach acid to close. So, if your doctor wants to give you one of these drugs, do some research first and find a functional medicine doctor. They focus on treating the cause of your problems rather than counteracting the symptoms. Well, back to vitamin B12, you need good stomach acid to get B12 from meats. And if you are a vegetarian, you will never get enough B12. So you need to take a supplement. But there are two kinds of B12, and once again, the difference is crucial for you to understand. Cyanocobalamin and methylcobalamin are two forms of vitamin B12, each with distinct characteristics that affect their use as supplements. While both can effectively treat B12 deficiencies, methylcobalamin offers several advantages, making it a superior choice for many individuals. Simply put, Cyanocobalamin is a synthetic form of B12 containing a cyanide molecule attached to the cobalamin structure. You heard me right. I said cyanide, but methylcobalamin is a naturally occurring form of B12 with a methyl group attached to the cobalamin molecule. That means it is more bioavailable than cyanocobalamin. It is the most readily absorbed form of B12. If a vitamin is methylated, it means that it is ready for immediate processing by the body. So methylcobalamin means B12 that is instantly available for work in your body without further processing. Methylcobalamin also remains in the body for a longer period and at higher levels than cyanocobalamin. And the body can immediately use methylcobalamin without conversion. In contrast, cyanocobalamin requires conversion in the body before it can be used. This conversion process is less efficient in older adults. So, if you are looking for a quicker energy boost from a B12 shot, pill, or energy drink, ensure it has methylcobalamin, not cyanocobalamin. If you need help remembering that, just remember that cyanide is bad, and you will remember to take methylcobalamin. To process cyanocobalamin, the body must separate the cyanide from the rest of the substance. It then must eliminate the cyanide and then methylate or make available the remaining part of the B12. So why not just start with the good stuff in the first place? Now that you know which form of B12 to take, what does it do for you? It helps your nervous system. Methylcobalamin is particularly beneficial for nervous system function and is the specific form needed for nervous system health. It helps with visual accommodation. Visual accommodation is the eye's ability to adjust its focus on objects at varying distances. This crucial visual skill allows us to maintain clear vision as we shift our gaze between near and far objects. Research has shown that methylcobalamin can significantly improve visual accommodation, while cyanocobalamin appears ineffective in this regard. It helps regulate sleep by helping to control circadian rhythms, potentially improving sleep quality. B12 is also necessary for fat metabolism. If you are having trouble losing weight and talk to a functional medicine doctor, do not be surprised if they recommend checking your B12 levels and perhaps give you a shot of it. A daily intake of 500 to 1,000 micrograms supports brain health, energy levels, and cognitive function. If you take too much B12, the body easily eliminates it through urine, so do not worry about it being toxic. Let us talk about the MTFR gene mutation for a moment. There is a gene mutation present in 40 to 60% of the USA population that affects the ability of these individuals to absorb certain nutrients well. There are two variations of the MTHFR gene, which we will not talk about here. Just know that this mutation makes it harder for your body to process certain B vitamins, especially B12 and folate, vitamin B9. That last one is important for pregnant mothers to supplement with since it affects the baby's development of brain and nervous system. Here is how it works. The MTHFR gene provides instructions for making an enzyme that helps your body change folate and B12 into forms that your body can actually use. These vitamins are super important because they help your body make energy, repair cells, and even support your brain. This gene causes a few serious problems. 1. Folate stays in the wrong form. Your body has trouble turning folate from food or supplements into its active form, called methylfolate, which your cells need. Here is a free tip for you. If you are taking a B vitamin complex, check for the following. Make sure it contains methylfolate and not folic acid. 1. B12 gets less effective. Even if you have plenty of B12, the mutation can slow down how well your body uses it, because B12 and methylfolate work as a team. So, make sure your B12 vitamin, or if that vitamin is present in your multivitamin, is methylcobalamin, which means it is ready to go to work instantly, even if you have the MTFR gene mutation. If you have had a genetic test and that variant shows up on your report, which it likely will, then you might need to take a little extra methylcobalamin than folks without the gene variation. 1. Buildup of homocysteine. Without enough methylfolate, B9, and active B12, a substance called homocysteine can build up in your blood. Too much homocysteine can increase your risk for heart problems and other health issues. People with this mutation might feel tired, have trouble concentrating, or even feel sad because their bodies struggle to make enough of certain brain chemicals. Doctors often recommend specific types of vitamins for people with this mutation, methylfolate instead of regular folic acid, because it is already in the active form, methylcobalamin, a form of B12, to help the body process it better. These help bypass the problem and keep your body running smoothly. So your best bet here is a good B complex that contains the right forms of these two B vitamins. But be aware that most B vitamins on the market are synthetic and made from petroleum products. So if you can find a natural form of B vitamins from real food, that will be much better for you. How can you get it from food? Beef liver, eggs, dairy products, and fortified cereals are good sources. Sublingual or chewable supplements can bypass digestive barriers. I like the drops or tablets that go under my tongue, as that is the quickest way to get a B12 energy boost in my body. So, what's the deal with berberine? How do we use it? Think of berberine as a special ingredient from plants like barberry and golden seal that has been helping people for thousands of years. Way back, folks in China and India used it to fight off infections and fix stomach issues. It's like nature's ancient health helper. And guess what? This herb is a low-cost supplement, so you might want to bump it up on your list, especially if you're pre-diabetic or borderline diabetic. Why might you choose berberine over metformin? You've probably heard of metformin. It's a medicine doctors give to people with diabetes to lower their blood sugar. Berberine can do something similar, but many people prefer it because it's natural. Plus, studies show it can work just as well as metformin, but with fewer annoying side effects, like an upset stomach or feeling sick. A good idea is to visit a functional medicine doctor and get blood tests, including the A1C, which measures your average blood sugar over the last 90 days, and test your insulin levels. Then ask the doctor based on those results if you're a good candidate for transitioning to berberine. The doctor might ask you to continue taking metformin for about 6 weeks, since it takes berberine about that long to build up in your system. If you simply switch from one to the other, you're likely to see your blood sugar rise for 1 to 2 months before it normalizes. You can offset this by avoiding carbohydrates during this time. Your doctor can recommend the best way for you. Be aware that if you go to an endocrine doctor or general practitioner, they might resist the change from metformin to berberine because they don't have any training in berberine. But this change is becoming more popular as people discover a natural herb provides the benefits they need. The added benefit of gradually reducing arterial plaque made this decision easy for me. How can berberine help your arteries? Imagine your arteries as tiny highways carrying blood throughout your body. Over time, if junk like fat and cholesterol builds up on the walls, it makes those highways narrower, slowing down the traffic, your blood. This buildup is called plaque and can cause big problems for your heart. A recent study found that berberine is like a cleanup crew for your arteries. People in the study took 500 milligrams of berberine twice a day for 4 months. By the end, the plaque in their carotid arteries, the ones that send blood to your brain, shrank by about 3.8%. That may not sound like a lot, but even small improvements like this can make a big difference in keeping your heart healthy. You might notice that this group took 1,000 milligrams of berberine daily split into 2 doses. However, most people can tolerate up to 1,500 milligrams daily, which is what I take. That dose is 2 capsules in the brand that I take. You could easily take one with a morning meal and the other with an evening meal. Splitting the dose gives you a steadier level in your bloodstream throughout the day, which will help regulate your blood sugar better. And it might reduce any digestive symptoms that you might experience while you're adjusting. By taking 1,500 milligrams split into 2 doses, you should be able to get a better response to reducing the size of your arterial plaques. How much berberine should you take? You could safely take between 900 to 2,000 milligrams of berberine a day, split into 2 or 3 doses. If you take too much, it might upset your stomach and cause cramping or diarrhea. For most people, 1,500 milligrams daily is a sweet spot. But here's something to be careful about. Berberine, especially in high doses, can affect your liver. It might raise certain enzymes in your liver, called ALT and AST, which are like markers that show how your liver is doing. Think of these enzymes as a check engine light for your liver. If they go too high, it's a sign you need to slow down. Just remember that more isn't always better. Berberine certainly illustrates that. While you can usually take 2,000 milligrams daily, I've noticed getting elevated liver enzymes above 1,500 milligrams daily. For that reason, I'm sticking to that 1,500 milligrams daily, split into two 750 milligram doses. If your liver enzymes are high on a blood test, try these things in this order. After each change, wait 2 weeks and test again. Then try the next suggestion and repeat the 2-week wait and the test. First, immediately quit drinking all forms of alcohol. Alcohol is about the most toxic thing that you can put in your body when it comes to the effect on your liver. Second, quit taking all acetaminophen or Tylenol products. Ask your doctor what you can take instead. Acetaminophen, which is the generic name for Tylenol, is a leading cause of liver failure in the U.S. Third, quit drinking sodas and diet sodas as they are famous for elevating liver enzymes. If you can't live without a sweetly flavored drink, consider purchasing cans of a Zevia drink, which is sweetened by the herb stevia. These drinks are unlikely to affect your liver enzymes. Fourth, reduce or eliminate your berberine for 2 weeks and retest. When you restart, make sure you don't take more than 1,500 milligrams per day. Livers respond quickly to changes, so you can often evaluate your liver function within 2 weeks of a previous test and see big results by implementing specific changes. In my case, I got into a diet soda habit and my enzymes went up. My doctor was a little alarmed, but I quit drinking diet sodas, and just 2 weeks later, my liver results were perfectly normal. By following these tips, you can let berberine do its good work while keeping your liver in tip-top shape. Think of it as having a natural helper that needs a little supervision to make sure everything stays balanced. Let's talk about zinc. Remember during the pandemic when everyone was talking about zinc? Doctors were all about it. Zinc is a tiny but mighty trace element that's super important for your health. A trace element means you only need a little bit to get big benefits. So how does zinc help us out? First off, it boosts your immune cells. Zinc helps your immune system's special cells, like white blood cells, grow and function properly. These cells are your body's defense against germs like bacteria and viruses. Next, it supports T and B cells. These immune cells attack infections and create antibodies, the proteins that fight germs. Zinc helps these cells do their job better. It also fights inflammation. Think of zinc as a shield for your cells, protecting them from damage caused by inflammation or stress. It also keeps your skin and barriers strong. Zinc helps maintain the strength of your skin and organ linings, making it harder for germs to get in. Plus, it helps cells communicate. Zinc helps immune cells send signals to each other, which is crucial for organizing the fight against infections. And for men, it can help prevent ED issues. So, what happens if you don't get enough zinc? Without enough zinc, your immune system might not work as well. This makes it harder for your body to fight off colds, the flu, or other illnesses. A daily dose of 30 milligrams is usually good for most seniors. But here are 2 things to watch out for with zinc. First, zinc lozenges can leave a metallic taste in your mouth, not the best flavor. Second, taking zinc can deplete your body's copper. Copper is another trace element, and you don't want too much of it in your blood. One sign of copper deficiency is suddenly developing obstructive sleep apnea without gaining weight. Copper helps you breathe at night without your airway getting blocked. So, taking zinc is a great way to fend off flu bugs and other germs. But try to find a supplement that includes both zinc and copper. This way, you can use zinc without depleting your copper and causing new issues. How about getting zinc from food? Oysters, red meat, and pumpkin seeds are packed with zinc. If you eat these foods often, you might not need a supplement, but zinc supplements are usually affordable. I personally take a supplement that includes copper, so I don't run into any issues. Selenium. So here's the deal with selenium. It's super important, but I'm going to suggest you skip the supplement pills. You really want to get this nutrient from your food. But what does selenium actually do for us? First off, it protects our cells. Think of selenium as a shield, guarding our cells from damage. It's an antioxidant, which means it fights off the bad stuff in our bodies. It's one of the most powerful anti-cancer nutrients out there. Next, it keeps our immune system strong. Selenium helps our immune system work better, so we can fight off germs and stay healthy. It also helps our thyroid function properly. The thyroid is a gland in our neck that makes important hormones. Selenium helps it do its job right. It may even lower the risk of some cancers. Some studies show that selenium might help protect us from certain types of cancer. It keeps our heart healthy too. Selenium might help protect our hearts by reducing inflammation. And it supports brain health. It may help keep our brains sharp as we age. Lastly, it helps with growth. Now, we might be done growing, but it's important for our grandchildren. Selenium is crucial for kids and teens because it helps with normal growth and development. Most people get enough selenium from eating a balanced diet. Good sources include Brazil nuts, whole wheat bread, oatmeal, brown rice, and orange juice. But be careful with too much bread, oatmeal, brown rice, or orange juice. They can spike your blood sugar. They tend to be high glycemic foods. But if you can eat 3 Brazil nuts each day, that will give you all the selenium you need. I keep a bag near my evening chair where I read or watch YouTube videos. I just reach in and eat 3 of them. No more, no less. Then I've given my body all the selenium it needs for the day. But if you're allergic to tree nuts, try brown rice instead. But don't take a selenium supplement. Too much can be bad for you and cause problems like an upset stomach, hair loss, and even more serious issues. Any man who just heard that will never take a selenium pill again because we really don't want to lose our hair. I tell people that I didn't mind when my hair started turning white, but I hated it when it started turning loose. That's why it's best to get selenium from food rather than supplements, unless a doctor says you need them. A daily intake of 50 to 200 micrograms is sufficient. If you're not allergic to tree nuts, 3 Brazil nuts a day provide a natural source of selenium. So how can you get it from food? Brazil nuts, tuna, and eggs are excellent options.
Hey there, let's talk about collagen and vitamin C. Honestly, I might forget to take my zinc some days, but I never skip my collagen. So why did I rank it lower on my list? Well, nutrients like zinc protect us from infections and viruses, but collagen is a bit more of an aesthetic issue. Not getting enough collagen with vitamin C results in loose and saggy skin, and you might lose some connective tissue. And let's be real, we all want our skin to look as young as possible for as long as possible. I love it when people tell my wife she looks 20 years younger than she actually is. So, if you're like me and want to look good for as long as you can, collagen is a big deal. Collagen is a special protein that keeps everything in our body glued together properly. It helps maintain joint flexibility, skin elasticity, and connective tissue health. Vitamin C boosts collagen production and strengthens blood vessels. You need vitamin C to make the most out of your collagen. Let's dive into the different types of collagen and what they do for your body and wallet. Let's break down collagen types in a way that's easy to understand. Think of collagen as the glue that holds our body together. There are different types of collagen, each with its own job. Here are the main types. Type 1 collagen. This is the most common type. It's found in our skin, bones, and tendons. It helps keep our skin strong and stretchy instead of loose and wrinkly. Type 2 collagen. This is mainly in our cartilage. It helps our joints move smoothly. Type 3 collagen often works with type 1. Again, it is in our skin and organs and helps keep our skin firm and bouncy. Type 4 collagen is like a special barrier in our skin. It helps separate different layers of skin. Finally, type 5 collagen is found in skin, hair, and the placenta that feeds the baby before it comes out into the world. Type 5 collagen helps make the other types of collagen work better. So let's talk about how this affects your wallet. The more types of collagen in a supplement, the pricier it gets. If you can afford a supplement with all 5 types, go for it. More power to you. But if you're on a budget, focus on types 1 and 3 because they help keep your skin healthy and stretchy. In other words, they help older folks look younger. When you meet someone in their 60s or 70s who looks like they're in their 40s or 50s, there's a good chance they have some collagen types 1 and 3 in their diet. As we age, our body makes less of these collagens. That's why some people use special creams or take supplements to keep their skin looking young. Remember, eating healthy foods and protecting your skin from the sun can also help keep your collagen strong. Seniors benefit from 5 to 10 grams of collagen daily, paired with 500 to 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C. Look for whole vitamin C supplements with bioflavonoids for better absorption, Personally, I take 10 grams of a collagen supplement with types 1 and 3 in a powdered form that I add to my morning coffee. It blends up, along with my taurine, into a thicker, creamier coffee without the need to add any real cream. And I take 2,000 milligrams of vitamin C with water in the morning as well. You see, collagen requires vitamin C to work. So, if you take collagen without vitamin C, you might as well have saved the money and gotten wrinkled anyway. But vitamin C protects your collagen investment. How can you get it from food? Bone broth is rich in collagen, while citrus fruits and bell peppers are high in vitamin C. For most of us who don't have bone broth to drink daily, this is one of those supplements that you order. In the show notes, I'll let you know which one I order. Probiotics and prebiotics, you guessed it. Here are 2 more terms to learn. Do you know the difference between probiotics and prebiotics? First, we all need a healthy gut because our colon is our second brain in the body. Psychiatrists tell us that many of the hormones that regulate our feelings are produced in our intestines. For example, much of our serotonin, the happy, feel-good hormone, is made in our colon. Have you ever heard someone say that they didn't know why they thought something, but it seemed their gut was telling them about it? There is some science to that statement. Our gut is often the seat of our emotions more than our heart. And we cannot get good nutrition from our food if the gut is not working right. Now here's some news for you. You are a large spaceship carrying around millions of aliens with whom you have a mutually beneficial relationship. Bacteria that do not share your DNA live inside of you and work on what you eat, and they grow and multiply. They give off substances that are helpful to our human body, which is their mode of transportation through the world. But like everything else in the universe, there are good bacteria and bad bacteria. When we get sick, doctors usually assume the bad guys are winning, and so they give us an antibiotic. Sometimes that is necessary, so listen to your doctor carefully. But the problem is that the antibiotics kill the good bacteria too, so after you finish antibiotics, your gut can no longer do what it once did until we rebuild the good bacteria. So, what do? You take a probiotic which puts billions of healthy bacteria in your system. And for a real winning plan, you pick a probiotic that also contains a prebiotic. Probiotics provide beneficial bacteria that improve digestion and support immunity, while prebiotics feed those bacteria to help them thrive. This combination is especially important if you've taken antibiotics, which can disrupt your gut microbiome. Look for a probiotic supplement with multiple strains and a prebiotic component for maximum benefits. Your diet likely has a lot of hidden antibiotics in it that you take without knowing. If you get meat from a store that came from a traditional ranch or farm, or drink milk, you are likely getting the antibiotics given to the animals during their short lives to keep them infection-free. They were given these antibiotics whether they were sick or not. When you eat their meat or drink their milk, you are getting those same antibiotics. The only way to avoid this problem is to get your foods from antibiotic-free, hormone-free ranches where animals are grass-fed and grass-finished, meaning they never eat commercial feed but just eat what God intended, grass. But when you take your spouse out for a steak to celebrate a romantic evening, how do you know what it has in it? So the only real solution to keeping a healthy gut is to regularly ingest probiotics and prebiotics. Try to find a supplement that has more than just acidophilus, which is what they often add to yogurt. A good probiotic will have several strains of healthy bacteria to help you rebuild diverse colonies of healthy bacteria to help your gut microbiome. So what do I do personally? I take a probiotic/prebiotic combination daily. Some people only take it for a week or two after they finish a round of antibiotics. But I operate under the theory that there are a lot of hidden antibiotics in what we bring home from the grocery store and in our water. That is why I take a probiotic and prebiotic supplement daily. How can you get it from food? Yogurt, kefir, and fermented vegetables like sauerkraut provide probiotics, while garlic, onions, asparagus, and green bananas are good sources of prebiotics. Urolithin A is a special substance that's really good for your body, especially your muscles. Dr. Gabrielle Lyon, who's an expert in keeping muscles healthy and an expert on geriatric health, thinks it's super important. Here's why she recommends it. It's made in your gut. Your body can make urolithin A from certain foods like pomegranates and walnuts, but not everyone's body can make enough of it. And our ability to produce it declines significantly after age 50, especially if you are not working out. A shortage of it makes you feel run down and tired all the time. Why? because you are not making enough new mitochondria, which are the power plants inside your cells. It helps your mitochondria. Mitochondria are like tiny power plants in your cells that give you energy. Urolithin A helps clean out old mitochondria and make new ones. This process is called mitophagy. It makes your muscles stronger. Taking urolithin A can help increase your strength and make your muscles work better for longer. It fights inflammation. Urolithin A can help reduce swelling in your body, which is good for your overall health. It's good for aging. Dr. Lyon thinks urolithin A can help people stay healthier as they get older. Dr. Lyon suggests taking between 500 and 1,000 milligrams of urolithin A every day. She even takes it herself. She thinks it's so great that she wishes she had discovered it. The good news is that this powerhouse supplement that gives you more vibrant mitochondria is an inexpensive supplement. Omega-7. Earlier we talked about fish oil. It contains EPA and DHA, two kinds of omega-3 essential fatty acids. Omega-7 is a non-essential fatty acid. We need to understand this term. Omega-7 and omega-3 are both fatty acids that can be good for your body, but they're different in some important ways. Essential versus non-essential fatty acids. First, let's remember what essential means in nutrition terms. Essential fatty acids are fats your body needs but can't make on its own. You have to get them from food or supplements. Non-essential fatty acids are fats your body can make by itself even if you don't eat them. Now, omega-3 is essential. Your body can't make it, so you need to eat foods like fish or take fish oil supplements to get it. Omega-7 is non-essential. Your body can make it on its own, but you can also get it from some foods. Omega-7 is in things like sea buckthorn berries and macadamia nuts. Omega-3 is mostly in fatty fish, flax seeds, and walnuts. So, if omega-7 is non-essential, why take it? Even though your body can make omega-7, some people take it as a supplement because it might help keep your skin healthy, be good for your heart, help reduce swelling in your body, help your body manage sugar better, be good for your eyes if they're dry, provide one of the most powerful anti-inflammatory nutrients that you can take. If you lower inflammation, you lower pain and disease. Your doctor can take a high-sensitivity C-reactive protein or HSCRP test to see if you need more anti-inflammatory supplements. Many times a doctor will put you on some form of ibuprofen if you are inflamed, but this is not a good long-term plan for your kidneys. But you can take omega-7 indefinitely to keep inflammation low. Omega-7 supports healthy cholesterol levels, reduces inflammation, and provides lubrication for your skin, eyes, and mouth. It's especially beneficial for seniors dealing with dry tissues. A daily dose of 210 milligrams of palmitoleic acid is ideal. The Metagenics product Omega-10 combines Omega-7 with Omega-3 for added benefits. How can you get it from food? Macadamia nuts and sea buckthorn berries are rich sources of Omega-7. Congratulations! You have completed your masterclass on 17 powerhouse nutrients for your best life after 50. Now is the time to start making these changes. It is also a good time to share these 2 videos with others so that they can also enjoy better health in the days ahead. Please click the thumbs up like icon to get YouTube to recommend this video to others. Please subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell so that you can see when we post other videos that equip you to live your best life after 50. Remember, taking small steps today can lead to great health benefits tomorrow. Your journey towards better health and wellness starts right now. Thanks for watching.